Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday, it's the 5th of February. We've already got rid of a month of 2016, can you believe it, eh? It'll be Christmas again soon at this rate. So, this week, what have I been up to? Do you know, not a lot really. This is going to be an exciting vlog, isn't it? What have you done this week, Noel? I've not, you know, that's just really been it. I mean, I've not really done a lot of anything. I've done work, obviously. I'm always at work, always doing work. There's been a decent amount of things happening, going on, sales-wise, whatever else. Just not as hectic or crazy as it was in the run-up to Christmas, but you know, still things are happening. There's still plenty to get done. And new things to think about as well at that point. But gotta admit, other than that, I've not really done a great deal other than work. Seem to have done quite a bit of sleeping. Must have needed that. We had a bit of a weird weekend last weekend. It decided to start snowing yet again on Saturday, sort of afternoon, late afternoon, and into evening. And overnight, really, 7:30 Sunday, I woke up covered with snow everywhere, with cars, roads everywhere. Well, good covering of snow. And then, would you believe, by sort of 9:30, it pretty much gone. It was just raining, and it warmed up again. And it seemed to be having this variation from 0 degrees to 10, 12 degrees. How the devil all that was. So it's 9 degrees now. We're nearly in double figures now for January. Well, February actually, isn't it? Not January. February. But yeah, this sort of variation of temperatures, up and down, up and down. Very odd. I've had a bit more, but I've not really got that much more into Star Wars Battlefront, unfortunately. Just because of other things being happening, or you know, the only time I get really to go on it is late at night, and there's often a tendency I just fall asleep. Yeah, I think, oh god, definitely go on it tonight, and then I just fall asleep instead, and then never get a chance to go on it. So that's kind of not been working so well for me. But I am, hopefully tonight will be a bit of a Battlefront night. Get on there, see what today's challenge is, and see if I can bang through that and get some extra credits up, and see if I can progress a bit further up that ranking. I think I'm on 25 now. Still need to get up towards 50. See, I'd just like to get to 50 so I could have the black stormtrooper outfit, whatever it's called, the dark trooper, or whatever. If you get to 40, you can have the scout trooper, and then 50 you get the black stormtrooper. Not sure if there's any special ones for rebels. I've got to admit, funny thing about it is still confusing the devil out of me how they do this. You play as one or the other. So, you know, you'll do a round as the Imperials, so you know you're a stormtrooper and you've got to shoot the all the sort of the rebel fighters, and then the next round you're the rebels, so all of a sudden you've got to work out that you're supposed to be shooting stormtroopers when you weren't shooting them before. And the amount of times I'll start around and they'll be like, what are you doing? Because I'm away shooting the rebels when I'm on the rebel side. I'm wondering why they're not done. Well, it doesn't make a difference, because if you shoot your own team, they don't actually die. Or if you throw bombs at them, you blow them up. If you shoot them, it's not so bad. Except they just get sort of a bit irate. There's obviously different things you can say when you press certain D-pad controls. I'm not sure if you can change those actually. And the other fun thing that made me laugh as well, actually, you can have these emoticons or whatever, which is that you can make your stormtrooper do different actions, which only seem to be really relevant when you're starting a match, because there's normally this waiting period when you're setting off on your match. And you can't move anywhere, but you can sort of look all around you in sort of a 360 degree 360-degree angle. You can look all around you and basically see other people around you, which is normally other people on your side because you spawn all together in the same area that you head off to wherever the opposing team are. And one time I was kind of looking around and I saw kind of opposite me another stormtrooper, and he must have seen I was looking, and it started doing this robotic dance. Obviously you can get all these different actions to do. One of them is doing the robot dance, and he just sat and it cracked me up. You're just looking at a stormtrooper doing the robot dance. Normally you just get all these different calls and shouts that they'll do as well, that you'll hear at the start, all these call outs, and once one person starts doing it, everyone else starts doing it. Got a really bad feeling about this. Boom! And all sorts. I do love it still. It's a great game. I'm not getting tired of it. Well, not surprising I'm not getting tired of it because I don't get very often to play it, you know. But it's a great fun game. I do like the style that it isn't sort of this, you know, we've got a game as you'd expect a game to run in. You know, you go around, do missions or whatever else, and that's it. And it's this sort of online multiplayer where there's a bit of a task to do, and there's also just shoot as many of the opposition as you can, and do it that way. And yeah, it's quite good. I do like Star Wars Battlefront, and in fact, I have, shockingly, I did buy into the season pass. I wasn't very sure about it, but I had some of the leaks, sort of what was coming up for new maps and advantages with the season pass. And the second one, which I think will be in July, March is the first one, and that didn't sound like there was going to be a huge amount in it. But the second one is going to be the Death Star. You can run around in the Death Star, and that's a definite. I thought that would be good. So, and obviously it's better if you buy them all, you know, the full pass rather than buying the individual maps when they come out, cost-wise. So I thought I'll get it now, the full pass. Anyway, enough of that because I've not really been on it that much, even though I'm banging on about it. Other things, I'm not really seen much going on as far as Apple-wise recently. Nothing new seems to be happening. Obviously, we've got an event. It is in March, isn't it? The next event. Well, we'll see what's happening. I think there might be some MacBook possible upgrades, maybe. Perhaps overdue a bit on the MacBooks. Won't be. We don't think there's going to be anything on the watch, of course. I think I mentioned that last week as well. And yeah, there's not really been a lot going on. Not much new software-wise on the Mac. Windows 10. Yeah, it's still okay. It's chugging away for me as a VM. Oh, that's a Windows 7 computer that I ended up having to build up for front office, because amazingly the XP machine I had ended up having to be retired because the bank wouldn't run the banking software, well, banking website off it, which is probably reasonable. So anyway, all these things wouldn't. So I got this other PC, which was probably the one I built probably about 6 years ago from bits I bought off eBay, and was my media server and at home under the telly until I then got a Mac Mini, because just it fitted a better profile, and obviously part of the job was to dish up iTunes content that was held on the Mac Mini to the Apple TVs. So that was the other sort of side of it. I thought, I'll you know, get a proper Mac and it'll do it better, because it, you know, kept being able to reboot the computer or resort something out because they couldn't connect to the library or whatever. So and of course with the Mac Mini it's just been super reliable and dead simple. So but anyway, regardless, so that was why I had that, and I had thought of selling the tower, but never actually got round to sorting that bit out. So work has now benefited it from it instead. But one of the other reasons when I was getting rid of it is it kept kind of like glitching out when we were watching movies or whatever else on it, and I never quite got to the bottom of it. So once I'd had it all apart, once I'd got it done with at home, discovered that the graphics card fan had decided to die on it. It's a fairly good reason why. It was glitching out because obviously it was overheating when it was doing really intensive stuff like obviously doing the video playing, and that was causing it to glitch out and then causing all the problems I had. So I thought nifty green hands there is going to get run over. It just keeps running across the road like that. So I decided I would get a new graphics card, but pick up something cheap. And I had thought originally I was going to Hackintosh it to sell it, and which, you know, seemed like a reasonable idea. Okay, he was going some. So I found one, a used one that I thought would be good for that. Went through all that process, but weirdest thing about that card I got is it kept having its own issue where it just frees up the display. I mean, it wasn't like causing reboots or anything. It did it on Mac when I Hackintoshed it and on Windows. So then I ended up going back to the old card, but I just swapped the new fan over. So the fan on the new board I just put onto the old graphics card that the fan had failed on, and ended up with using the old card again, which went okay for a while. But then on this new system I was trying it, and it kept getting blue screen and reboots on Windows, even not doing much. So I put some temperature monitors on it, and the graphics card doing very well, not even anything, just on the desktop idling, doing nothing, was about 82 degrees. So my fan transplant hadn't gone so great. So I had a bit of a fiddle with that, thinking, oh yeah, I'll just tighten it up, the attaching screws a bit, and that had catastrophic effects because it stopped the card working at all. So I think I completely buggered that one up. So well done me. So I went back to the previous one that kept getting stuck, and it kept getting stuck again unless I reduced the colours down. I think it was down to 16 million, so 32 million or something, whatever the colour reduction was. Reduced the colours down, and then it ran fine, although didn't look so pretty, but it did actually work all right, bizarrely. But I decided I couldn't do with then reliability, so I got another graphics card, another Amazon Prime thing, ready, so it was fully ready for use when needed. So that turned into another one of these epic tales for me, but it did get sorted in the end. So all good in the end, as they say. And we're back here. So, like I say, other than that, there's not a lot that's been happening of interest, really. Not really done anything that interesting. Been working, watching a few YouTube videos, a few new channels about and stuff, but nothing else. No, plenty of videos going out actually. I think everyone's trying to keep me from playing Star Wars Battlefront. You keep posting out new videos for me to watch, and I end up watching them, and then when I want to go and play Star Wars Battlefront, never get a chance. Right, 13, nearly 14 minutes. That's a super quick time. It's pain on a morning. You won't believe how long it's been taking me this week. It's so much traffic. It's been taking me like half an hour to get to work. It takes like 14 minutes to get back and double to get there. So, such is life. Right, that's it. Coffee vlog done. Nothing exciting or new happened. Sorry. Can't be exciting every week, can it? Right, have a good weekend and a good week next week. And hopefully next week I'll come up with a vlog that's got more interesting content than that. Okay, bye.